My research is about the intersectionality between sex and disability with reference to the experiences of disabled women. More specifically, I'll be looking at the social presentations of disabled women in Malta. It basically means at how society perceives the experiences of disabled women in Malta. It is also important to note that disabled people are not a homogeneous group, so we can't think of disabled people as a group of people who have the same needs, the same aspirations, the same experiences, but they are individuals in their own right. And disabled women have a particular experience mainly because of the fact that they are women and also because of the fact that they are disabled. In Malta, there is a lack of research in this regard. There have only been two studies which have tackled this issue of the experiences of disabled women. Mainly, we can refer to a research carried out by the Commission in 2013, which basically found that disabled women are at a disadvantage when compared to disabled men in a number of areas, mostly when it comes to their education, so their level of education, their monthly income, relationships, so even there are more disabled women who remain single, for example, than disabled men. And also, then we can refer to the national census, which was carried out in 2011, which basically yielded the same results. However, it also compared disabled women to non-disabled women, and again, disabled women fare at a disadvantage when compared also to non-disabled women. As part of my research in the area, I have recently conducted a survey to look at how Maltese society perceives disabled women in a number of areas, particularly in the area of education, employment, relationships, and motherhood. The sample was about 530 respondents. And the findings that emerged from this study, primarily one of them was that Maltese society was very ambivalent when it came to answering questions related to relationships and motherhood. So they felt much more comfortable answering questions when it came to education and employment. However, they were less so, to the point that they did not feel comfortable enough to answer these questions when it came to relationships and motherhood. There was also no association when it came to gender, so there was I couldn't say that, men or women had more positive or negative representations of disabled women. And also those over 50 years old and those whose age is below 29 years old had more or less similar representations of disabled women, and they were what we can call relatively positive representations. However, when it came to education, those who had primary and secondary education tended to have more positive representations of disabled women than those who had further education and had not attended school at all.